Hi guys, right now we are at the farmer's market. It's very hot, but perfect day to do some shopping. I'm with my brother and we're gonna go talk to some vendors. So let's go. The first vendor I talked to was Stephen Fukumoto, who came all the way from Oxnard, California to get his food on the market. Compared to other grocery stores where they use pesticides and chemicals to get rid of bugs, which also harms the soil, Stephen uses bugs to get rid of bugs. Sounds a little confusing, but what he told me is that when he lets out these beneficial bugs, he mentioned tomatoes and cucumbers, basically the bugs that are attracted to the tomatoes, once he sucks them up using this vacuum and sends them to the cucumbers, they eat the bugs that are on the cucumbers and vice versa. So in this transfer of bugs, it's actually really beneficial to the crop rather than using pesticides or chemicals. So that was really interesting.
We take it over to the cucumbers, we let these bugs out by the cucumbers, and they will eat the bugs that attack the cucumbers. It's kind of weird, yeah.
The cucumbers are $4 a bag, which is actually a really good deal considering in stores they're also from $2 to $4. The green beans, on the other hand, were a bit more expensive. In a store, you would usually get them for about $2 to $3, but they were being sold for $5, which I would say is pretty good considering the quality of it. Next, I spoke to Luis from Riverside, California. Him and his family drive an hour and a half every week just to get their food on the market. He doesn't use bugs like Steven, but his food doesn't contain any pesticides, and the majority of his products are ethically sourced. The beets were $2, which is actually cheaper than most options at the grocery store. The potatoes were $2.50, so $1 off of what it usually would be at a grocery store, which is about $1. And lastly, the eggs were $7 to $15, but you're paying for cage-free, ethically sourced eggs, so makes sense. Next, I spoke with Mia, who lives in the South Bay and has lived here a majority of her life. She started her business 2 years ago during the heights of the pandemic, and she says she loves what she does. Although her chocolate isn't organic, the majority of her ingredients are organic, and even the chocolate is a Belgium chocolate, so it's pretty rich. I mean, I also tried this one, and it was really good. Mia also mentioned how she likes to recycle her jars and even encourages her customers to.
I use sustainable jars, so my jars I also recycle them. So I ask people to put them back. I will sterilize them and reuse them because the idea of having things in plastic is just kind of.
And although this is a bit expensive, the sugar contents are a lot lower than a normal fudge or Nutella you would get at the store.
So this has, my dairy base has 8 grams of sugar for 2 tablespoons, and the majority of what's out there is between 15 and 20. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot less sweet, there's a lot more flavor, and there's no weird ingredients in it. Yeah.
Next, I spoke with Ira from Orange County. It took her a year to get all her guacamoles and salsas on the market. And although all her products aren't organic, she did mention how she likes to prioritize getting her produce and products from local vendors rather than the grocery store.
Our priority right now is to get as much as we can from local vendors.
Right,
so if we have vendors here that we get to know them, and whatever harvest they have that we can get, that's what we use. As for our sustainable practices, I would probably say we try to make it as local as possible. Like one primary example is, I know mango salsa is a really popular one, but we have like an orange salsa instead. It's more local, it's more California, so something like simple things like that with our resources.
We actually tried this one and it was really good.
Here, try it.
Yep, that is good. I interviewed a lot more vendors with people coming from the other side of the state, family-owned businesses, and so many more stories. But my takeaway from all of this is that I think it's great to support farmers markets and organic local vendors. It minimizes the waste that can be created in stores,
And also, when you buy from these local vendors, you know where you're getting your food from. So you know that your food doesn't have any pesticides or harmful chemicals. And, multiple people like Steven and Mia, they all use their own natural methods that are environmental friendly for the planet. And so I think it's great to support these businesses and promote a healthy environment and world for us. So I think it's great and a great alternative to the grocery store. Thanks for watching.